Wait, so who can explain it the best? Cause I'm interested. Apparently, like, was she like drug somebody or some shit?
She did a lot of shit. Like, did she try to break into that nigga's house? She on some
Wait,
other.
okay. Start from the beginning for the people that don't know, cause I for sure as fuck don't know.
I'm gonna let Taco explain it because he's like really looked into that shit.
All right, Taco
Wait
Bell.
for the whole Sienna Maes thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
her
yeah,
name, Sienna May.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big
All
ass
right,
YouTube.
that's the one that used to date ASAP Rocky, right?
No, sir.
No way.
Wait, who is that? That's Lana Del Rey. Oh, my
What?
fault.
What the?
All right,
Nah,
Taco, what you think?
nah.
What you think?
So Sienna May, she's a TikToker. So this whole situation has to deal around two different like big, I guess, TikTokers. So you got one, the guy, his name is Jack Wright, and you got the girl, her name is Sienna May. I think they're probably, I would just guess they're probably both like around 18 or 19 years old. So recently, Jack Wright, the guy, he released a video basically formally accusing Sienna May of sexual well, excuse me, SA. I don't know if you can say the whole thing of the
He was
pot.
about to go crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So nah, he got he was accusing her of SA. So the whole thing, it's been labeled as like a controversy on like different websites. But basically, the whole thing happened. I believe it was a few months ago. Now, what had happened, it was circulating around TikTok, is someone, it was a party, right? It was a party going on. I think there was music in the background. Someone had recorded a little situation going on. So it was, from what I remember, and remember to take this with a little bit of a grain of salt because I'm trying to think back to memory of a few months ago. Now in the video, so you could see someone recording. Maybe they're like 20 feet away or 15 feet away from from a couch, and on
Damn.
the couch you have Jack Wright, who's, I believe he's either passed out sleeping or maybe passed out drunk. And then you have, I think, maybe like one or two other people sitting on the couch. So what happened is, I believe, allegedly, of course, since whatever, Sienna May went over to the couch, and I believe it was either standing or when she did this, but apparently, something had what had happened was she, I believe, like maybe like touched him in the crotch area, or
Hey,
maybe like
yo.
I'm not sure if went like in his pants or was like out of it, like over his clothes, but it was basically, it was all on video. Like, you saw her like standing. I think, but I'm pretty sure she was either sitting or standing, like I said. But she basically like was kind of touching his crotch area while he was passed out drunk or slash sleeping, allegedly. Now, this went, of course, viral on TikTok a few months ago when when the video first came out. And recently, like I said, Jack formally accused her of SA on the YouTube video, and and what had happened is, after that video came out, basically him telling his side of the story about, like, other like witnesses, I believe, that were there, that told him what happened, and also he saw the video as well. Basically, he said, in a quote, he said, it got to the point where I had to like start screaming at her, so I get out of my house because I was so sick of her just breaking into my house. I would wake up and see her car just sitting outside at
Oh
like 2 in
my
the morning. She would
god.
break into my house when I was trying to sleep. She'd come into my bedroom, and I'd wake up to her hand in my pants. Now that's what Mr. I don't want to call him Mr. Wright, but Jack Wright said. And so Sienna May denied the allegations that she essayed anyone. And after that, after the video obviously came out, after the whole thing came to light recently, of course, even though that event happened months ago, she released I believe it was somewhat of an essay, some bullshit ass essay, where she basically the too long don't read version of it. Basically, she said that she didn't do it, and that she like has evolved as a person, and uh, some bullshit like. In addition to that, it was more like her saying that. Let me just go ahead and check here. Basically, she was saying that consent isn't really something that is formally taught in school. My parents have been married 23 years, and I grew up watching them freely express affection to each other. I understand now not everyone has this comfortability with affection. Now, look, how much of a fucking dumbass do you have to be at like 18, 19 years old to know not to touch anybody especially, well, not touch anybody without their permission like that, especially if they are like blacked out or sleeping or drunk, whatever. Now, I know in some cases, if for example, if you're in a relationship with somebody or married to somebody, there are some cases where you might have like an agreement or you know something that's like you both have talked about, and you may agree upon like, okay, maybe when I'm sleeping you can do this or blah blah blah, because there's people that do that. I know I've heard about people doing that like online. That's like a whole like, okay, go through this, safe word and stuff like that. But in this case, like I said, he was straight out like he knocked out drunk, and there was also other people there. And she continued to say in that like little essay that she did, she said, Jack, if you're reading this, I apologize if there were times that I made you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry if anything I ever did triggered or other things that you have experienced any feelings of discomfort, but anything I did unknowingly, as our physical relationship on camera was one of closeness and familiarity that I had known to carry in our real lives. That said, there is a distinct line between that and SA. I'm so sad that where we ended up, and even more that now that I'm being used in a new and more hurtful way. Now, that obviously, from what you've heard, is a bullshit ass response. It was a terrible response, and that like the parts that I read were like, not even that it had its best parts, were probably the best parts of that damn essay, because the whole essay was literally her, like, I don't know if gaslighting or is like the right word to say, but basically she was just saying that, oh, like I said, she didn't learn what consent was in school and blah 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 stuff like that. But like, bro, like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, I mean, that's honestly, like I said, I know there's like, I mean, there's just so much to say about the whole situation. And also, I believe when it first came out, when the viral video was coming out, spreading around like wildfire on TikTok, she had released some videos, not addressing it specifically, but basically she was saying that, oh, she's like a good or whatever, but she was like make TikToks where she would yell at the camera, like straight up, like be mad aggressive, mad defensive, like yell at the camera, and not have any type of sense of self awareness, I guess. And that's just, it's so disappointing, because how are you gonna deny something or just kind of blame it on not knowing what consent is when there's a whole ass video, like a whole ass video of the situation that went down, to SA. And also, another thing that she said, that just to kind of wrap this up, explaining it, in her letter, I think, or like another response to the video that he made recently, she also said that, well, this is allegedly, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I saw this somewhere, that apparently she was saying that it didn't, like, it was false, that it didn't have, that it was like misconstrued, because Jack Wright's video had edits, like it was like cut, like there were cuts and everything like that, and there wasn't like a full like one shot video. And obviously that's a bullshit ass thing to say. If that is what she said, of course, allegedly. What I'm saying is from what I've seen, what I've read, what I've heard, and yeah, that's just the whole situation right now. Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm not sure if he's gonna take any type of legal action. I'm pretty sure they said that he didn't file any like type of police report or anything like that. But who knows what's to come after this? But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on this? From what I just mentioned, Paulo.
She a nasty ass nigga. Ain't really like that's what else to like think about that shit. I mean, you can't really be taught about SA if you do it while the person's asleep. You can't even get any consent from that. Like, even if you're not taught that, it's like natural human instinct to know not to do anything to anybody while they're asleep. I mean, that's like rule number one in anything in life, to leave people alone when they're sleeping. So she don't got to be taught about that. She's just a dumbass. Like, she did what she did. She probably wouldn't even apologize if there wasn't a video about that shit. And now she's trying to backtrack. I mean, honestly, she just needs to be, something needs to happen to her, like imprisonment or something like that. I mean, I doubt anything will, but something needs to happen at this point.
I mean, I guess some other insight to attach to it that Taco didn't cover is that, so the first initial video when they're at the party, and then she goes onto Jack allegedly or whatever, and is trying to like touch on him and stuff like that, and they're videotaping it. So when that video first came out, I think she took like a small break, like a small hiatus. You know how these like content creators do. That she took a small break. So she's like, I'm stay away from social media for a little bit, focus on myself, yada yada yada. When she came back, I think I was on YouTube. She posted some like dumbass dancing video of her like dancing at the beach or something like that. And then she was like, I forgot what the video was called, but that was like her comeback video. She didn't address a single thing about the thing on YouTube. She just posted that video, act like everything was all peachy keen, and she didn't say a damn word about it, which was fucking like just red flags. And then recently, the reason why Jack came out with that video was supposed, like I said, take it with a grain of salt because I don't know like the full details. But supposedly he only came back. He came out with this video finally because she wasn't 18 before. I think she was like 17. I think they're about the same age. So she was a minor. So even if he did come about this like whole like sexual essay and stuff like that, and her doing all these things to him, I guess like since she was like below age, or she was a minor, that it wouldn't like have the same effect, or he couldn't like press her in court because she was a minor. I guess I'm not really too sure about the specifics about the law. But now that she's 18, I think she turned 18 like pretty recently. He wanted to drop this video finally and to kind of bring it to light and like talk about all the stuff that she did. Because before, I think it was only that video and things like that. But like like her breaking into his house and coming to his house, that like just completely obsessed with the dude. And like her whole thing as well. I think she was talking about like I'm like because they were kind of like a couple type thing on TikTok, so it was kind of like friends, but they were like more than friends. So she was kind of trying to use that as well, like like he would always lead me on and like I guess like say he likes me and stuff, but like not. I'm like either way, like no matter what the case might be, you can't. That doesn't excuse like SA. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I'm actually glad, at least on TikTok, at least that a lot of people are supporting Jack and not being on how it usually is, where a man gets essayed, where it's like, oh, like, well, you could have pushed her off, or like you probably wanted her to do that, or even guys being like, you should be happy that she did that to you. I'm glad like both sides, guys and girls, are being like, nah, that shit's fucked up.
They still would have said that if he was awake, though. Like it was only because he was asleep that people are even not saying that.
You think so?
Yeah,
1,000,000,000%. I mean, the stigma is never gonna change with guys getting essayed or R. Like it's always gonna be either one side of people saying, well, you're physically stronger than a woman, so why'd you let that happen? Or the other side saying, why are you complaining about that? You're still getting some. Like, it's literally never going to change. Like, the only thing that changes right now is because he was asleep and there's video footage of it happening. Like, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't even have believed it if there wasn't video footage of her actually doing it.
That's true.
And the other thing also is just like, when it comes to like what Jez mentioned, I do remember her posting like I think she was on some island or like beach or something. It was on YouTube, I believe, but I think I saw clips on TikTok as well. Maybe she uploaded them as well. But ever since that came out, every single comment on the YouTube, on TikTok, like I've just seen like she doesn't come up on my For You page, but I've seen stitches like to like her videos and stuff like that. So every single video of hers, every single one, without any like, cover up or whatever, every single message, it's about like basically saying, oh, we know you did it, oh, we saw you, you can't like escape from this, or basically calling her out like, hey, deny this all you want. There's literal video footage of you essaying this guy. And the video that she posted, like the one that Jez mentioned, like I said, on YouTube, it was, I mean, as a video itself, it was just the most dumbest thing in the fucking world. It was literally just her, like, in slow motion, like, smiling at the camera, like running around. It was like some cologne commercial, right? They would have like models in the fucking beach and stuff like that, just like, roaming around and like dancing and everything. And it's just like she wasn't promoting anything. It was just like a video of like her on vacation. Like I think it was music in the background, just silent. But it's like it's the most tone deaf thing in the world. So obviously now when she comes up with some bullshit ass essay response, like how do you think? Even though there's like video evidence and stuff like that, allegedly, what did you expect? Like, what did you expect if you're gonna come back with that bullshit ass video, bullshit ass essay response to all these comments, obviously calling you out, and at some point, like, I don't know, it's just I'm really out of words. I really don't have any more words to say because it's the most stupid and idiotic thing that she can try to like, okay, move on from this, but like, bro, there's actual video evidence. Like, I don't know. Jez, I think I cut you off. What were we gonna say?
No, yeah, I definitely agree. I just went to her YouTube, and first of all, it's disgusting because her pinned like trailer video as a Q&A with Jack of like, are me and Jack dating? That's disgusting. And I went back, like I went down just like to see when she took that break, and I think that video got like I think she took it down because there's a break from like 9 months ago
God
to
damn.
to 4 months ago. There was like a 5 month gap that video was, I guess, was supposed to fill, but she took that video down, and there's like ample commentary videos of just like slandering her all over YouTube. You look at it, it's crazy, and they all have like 1,000,000+ views. Wow.
Wait, is her YouTube channel still up?
Yeah. She
How
posted
hasn't it been taken it down already?
She posted short. I mean, because like it's the whole like because she posted 13 days ago. Why does it say is that whatever? But it's, yeah, it says so she posted shorts 13 days ago. She hasn't posted since then.
Oh, just a short. That's it.
Yeah, 352,000 subscribers. I thought it should be bigger. Yeah, but her channel's still up.
Is she still posting avidly on TikTok? Do y'all know?
Let me check real quick.
I don't think it's avidly, but I'm pretty sure I've seen like a recent, like I was mentioning before, like about the stitches to her videos. I'm pretty sure. I think I saw one like maybe a week or so ago. And basically it was the person who stitched it was basically, oh, like look at your comments, blah blah blah, like you did this, blah blah blah. You have to take accountability, and so I'm pretty sure she does post. But Jez, what is a?
It was on the last time was on the 19th. So it's been a little bit.
Wait, so you can turn your comments off for TikTok, right?
He has all her comments off expeditiously.
So she turns them off automatically.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it just looks like she just don't give a fuck, honestly. I mean, the thing is, when some white people, especially white women, get in the mind state where they don't really care what crime they do because they know they're gonna get away from it. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that's in the same mindset she has right now. Like if she just knows that she can ignore the situation enough, then eventually end up going away. I mean, it's that same white girl on TikTok that was like, I think like they pulled up a video of her saying the N-word like a couple months ago or like last year or some shit, and she's still posting to this day, and niggas just like making jokes about it, and that's about it in their comment section. But
only Jay is
Yeah.
I mean, they just know at this point they can't get in trouble for anything.
That's all of them. I think there's another one, but she only got canceled, quote unquote, because she canceled herself. Like she was like a known ally, quote unquote, for the BLM, and then it was like ample videos that came of her saying the hard ER, and then she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and then she canceled herself because there was still people in the comments like, oh, we forgive you. Like, bro, who are you to forgive her?
It's all white people saying that.
Knowing she can give herself the opportunity to cancel herself, quote unquote, because she's, obviously she's white, she is like a big content creator, so I'm just gonna cancel myself. Like, shut the fuck up, please.
And there was the other one, I think her name was like Zoe Laverne. I think it's like another allegedly, but like she's like done things to like young boys. Like she's a predator. She's like James Charles and all the rest of them. Yeah. But like she's posting on that.
James Charles and them make videos still.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
What's her name? Zoe Laverne.
Yeah, as long as the money coming in, they don't give a fuck.
Like, the only people that can truly be canceled are black people, and I'll stand on that forever. I mean, even niggas like David Dobrik, I think is his name, and then the other dude, Sean, whatever the fuck his name is, the really quirky dude. Like, they'll come back in a couple of months, and then everybody forget everything that happened.
David Dobrik been back. He's posting videos like regular.
Oh, he's back? Okay, then yeah, there goes that.
He's been back for a while. He has a whole Discovery show where he went around the world, like at different countries and promoting the shit out of that. Like, bro, what?
Is he like getting the same amount of views still?
I think maybe his views maybe tanked just a little bit, but he's still getting the bag. So it's fucking. I mean, it's dumb. And also, I just looked it up. In Sienna Maes, she is mixed, so she's half. It says that she's half Mexican and half Russian. So
white.
Yeah, David's getting 7.1 million views on every single video, either that or above. So like, he really don't give a damn.
I mean, of course, that's another thing as well with the Sienna Maes thing. I don't think Taco mentioned that, but she really had the gall to mention in that long essay that she was like, I lost friends, I lost family, I lost.
Oh, yeah, that's bullshit.
That's narcissistic. They make it about themselves.
Nah, but I'm saying she said she added in that she lost her sponsorships as like a problem for her. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but none of that is her problem. Like, this is all your fault. Like, we don't give a fuck about what you're losing. The thing is, they try to like take somebody else's problems and be like, well, you know, guys, look at what I've lost during all this. Like, this is nothing but your fault. You're the reason you're losing all these. If you wouldn't have been a nasty ass nigga, then you wouldn't have lost any of those. So you can't really feel sorry for people like that.
I totally forgot David was even still posting for real. David, 18.
I know. Last episode we talked about the Fresh and Fit podcast. Now I don't want to spend too much time, obviously, going back to them.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, man. Obviously, I was, doing my regular TikTok scrolling like I usually do on every day or every other day at the end of the day. And the other day I saw a clip of the Fresh and Fit podcast. Now, what does this clip have? May you ask? So, I honestly can give less of a fuck about what either of, I think it's like 2 guys or 3 guys, I don't know. I can give less of a fuck to get their names. But one guy is basically saying, if you're in a relationship and your girlfriend has Instagram, and that's cheating. Like, not even like messaging other people or getting messages, DMs from other guys or girls or whatever, or comments. No, just her having an Instagram is cheating. You know how much of a little insecure person you have to be for you to just to do that? Like, no sense of I don't even know. It's just like ridiculous with these guys, and it's not just that really. It's just all the other. There's a bunch of other dumbass clips of them being super misogynist and just really, I don't know what the word is, but just, yeah, I know Jez has seen definitely a lot, some clips of it too. I think he's like stitched one of them recently, I think today. But they just be on some bullshit. Like, it's just very contradictory and obviously very clearly misogynistic because, I think Jez stitched one of their clips today. Basically, from what I remember, one of the dudes was basically like, all women do is, they always expect the best with, like, in a guy, like 6 feet, like 100,000 salary, and, basically saying that they shouldn't be allowed to, like, expect the best. But then another guy, I think maybe it was the guest or something,
it was a white
they were like, well, don't you want, like, aren't you want that for yourself? Like, don't you want, like, have high expectations for the women you date or the women you're, like, trying to be with? And the guy kind of like fumbles and he's like, no. So what I mean is like some bullshit. It's just like, bro, just say you're misogynistic, bro. That's all you have to say. And Jez, what's your insight on this too? Because I know you've seen a lot of those clips too.
Yeah, I stitched it. I'm probably gonna take it down. I hate stitching like controversial shit on TikTok because it's like it always attracts the wrong people, and always like I feel like I'm giving them like a I'm not saying I have a big platform on TikTok, but it's like I'm pushing them out to like more people that like they shouldn't be pushed out to, because like like you said, the whole video is like the guy is like, oh yeah, like girls expect so much from men, they expect them to making a certain amount of money per year and to be this high and yada yada yada, and then the guest is like, did you? So you're saying that you expect girls expect guys to be like so and so, but you literally just said that you expect girls to do so and so and so. So how come girls can't expect anything from a guy, but guys can expect things from girls? And he's like, oh no, they can. Like this complete contradicting himself, making zero sense. People and the thing is, the guest is white, and the rest of them are 3 black guys. So the people in the comment are using that to like perpetuate racism too. Like, see, the white people are always the smartest. My white king. I'm like, bro, this shit, everything just look terrible all the time, bro. I just don't know.
Why is it always a race thing? Always.
Spotify's over here like just plastering them all over their freaking TikTok account. I think they like put them on there like a couple days ago, actually, of them saying some crazy shit, and then it was the one with Brittany Renner, and then they're like, do y'all are y'all on Brittany Renner's side or not? Like, just trying to put oil on the flame even more. Like,
wait, so y'all heard Spotify got canceled today?
What do you mean got canceled? What the
canceled?
Yeah, apparently some big country singer came out and was like, hey, so if they're gonna support Joe Rogan, everybody pull their subscription. Like, it was trending for a long time, but people just like, yeah, fuck Spotify. So apparently they lost their bag today.
What the?
And then other bigger country artists start coming out and saying, yeah, nah, fuck them. So like they lost a lot of money. But I mean, they're still gonna be rich, but still, that's kind of crazy.
I did hear that they did lose a lot of like a substantial amount of subscriptions. I think that happened maybe yesterday, or the day before. But at the end of the day, you have to think the people. So how do I say this? So the people who are saying they're gonna boycott Spotify, well, the artists rather, are like old and are old like white like country artists. So they're saying they're gonna boycott Spotify because they have Joe Rogan on, and they allege that he is perpetuating like anti Kovac information. So obviously just from that, if Spotify, it's me or him. If Spotify doesn't take him down, then I'm leaving Spotify. But you got to think at the end of the day, one, your audience is not people. I really doubt the audience of these people are Joe Rogan fans, so they're not going to give a fuck if you leave Spotify. Like they're fans, people who listen to music or whatever, not Spotify itself, but they're not going to give a fuck. And Spotify, on the other hand, is also not going to give a fuck because Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan's podcast is probably the most popular podcast on Spotify, and that's the whole reason they have like a contract with him. That's the whole reason he's exclusive on Spotify, just because he's so popular. So they gave him the bag, and that's not going away. Obviously, there's definitely contracts in place, and yeah, honestly, I will say it would probably have to take like a superstar artist, like maybe like a combination of them, obviously. So maybe like Drake, Taylor Swift, all the people who get big streaming numbers to say, oh, if you don't take Joe Rogan down, or release him off the contract or take him off Spotify, then I'm leaving. Then maybe you'll get somewhere. But a country artist that maybe gets like, I don't know, like 1 million or some streams a month, you're not really gonna do much. And yeah, I mean the whole thing is kind of weird, just because the fact that it is like these like older like country artists saying this, but then like the most popular genre on I guess the genre of music in the country, and just speaking about the U.S., is like hip hop, and I know country was number one at some point, but it's hip hop now, and you're not gonna get I'm sure that country music definitely pulls in a good amount of money for Spotify, but if it's just one or two artists, and if it's especially those who these are older artists, so they've released music like years ago, or they just have their classics on there, and people aren't really not gonna give a fuck. So what are you guys' thoughts on this?
I mean, what does it even matter that Joe Rogan is saying that shit anyway? If everybody has a podcast on Spotify and everybody has their own opinion, then what makes his more cancelable than anybody else's?
I'm looking at Twitter right now. So they're saying like people like Willie Nelson, Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney,
Willie Nelson, yeah.
Paul McCartney, Queen, the Rolling Stones,
they are all drastically bigger than Drake and them.
Pearl Jam, they said they all left. I just want Spotify right now, and Queen is still up there with their stuff. So I don't know how that works, but I mean, like, I didn't know about this, and like you said, like, what did Joe Rogan even say for people to be going crazy like this?
I mean, he's literally just like, basically, I don't even know what he's saying, but I'm pretty sure it's some type of like anti-vaccine, or he either said some type of like something wrong that was about the COVID whole situation, and then everybody started coming out and trying to cancel him. So it's very like anti-vax though, I'm pretty sure.
I've seen some clips, and I'm pretty sure it's like a lot of, I mean, obviously, like I said, grain of salt. But from what I have heard, what I have seen, from his clips and stuff like that, a lot of it, of what he says about it, is just stuff like that he thinks about it, like he thinks will happen with the vac. Like, not saying, if you get it, then this is gonna happen. It's more like, I'm not sure because of this, so and so. So he's not saying, if you get it, something bad's gonna happen to you. It's just saying, maybe like he's like skeptical about it because of so and so, or blah blah blah. It's just basically saying that he thinks that he's not sure about it, but stuff like that. So it's not necessarily like saying, if you get it, you're not gonna be able to have kids. Something like Nicki Minaj was saying or whatever.
Well,
why? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What does it matter? Like, what is he talking about?
Why is it on CNN though? Like, why is it on CNN?
Spotify.
This shit is crazy.
No, Spotify. I mean, the whole thing is just like they're mad at his opinion on stuff, but like, what does it matter that he's saying all that stuff? Why does that matter?
like, I know he has a bigger influence. I guess it's like he's trying to influence the masses, but like,
I mean, he's not saying anything as a fact though. He's just stating his opinion.
Oh, God.
That's another thing too. Like you have to kind of think of, well, you kind of have to think of Joe. I mean, in my opinion, you kind of have to think about his audience. So, obviously, I would say like the person who, like the average person who listens to Joe Rogan, probably, I guess, it's a fair assumption that maybe they align their views similar to him. So, the people who are listening to his podcast in the first place, they obviously are going to agree with him on a lot of stuff. So, I guess like the boycotting and everything is not going to like do much difference because his fans, the people who either align with his views, like most of his views or some of his views, they're still going to keep listening, regardless of what he's saying. And the people who are outraged and upset by it probably didn't even listen to him in the first place, or probably hasn't even listened to a single Joe Rogan podcast episode in the first place. So, I mean, it's like I said, it's a tricky situation, but I think it's a lot of like very specific like kind of things are bullshit. But like I said, it's just at the end of the day, like Apollo was saying, it's just honestly, it's just him giving his opinion. Now, I'm 1,000% sure Spotify pays other podcasts, maybe not as big to promote, like just like Joe Rogan's, but they for sure pay a lot of other podcasts, big podcasts to promote them. Just like the Fresh and Fit, like they just put them on Spotify's I believe it was Spotify's like TikTok page, like promoting them or whatever. And you think they're gonna do that? Like they definitely probably paid Fresh and Fit to to upload that clip or whatever. So
it's still making the money at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah. So the thing is, at the end of the day, that's just how it's going to be. There's people who get paid for different opinions, for the opinions that you share, and there's people that get paid by Spotify for the opinions that you don't share. So it's just hypocritical if you kind of like try to go after them for supporting one viewpoint when in all reality they probably it's not like them supporting a viewpoint. It's just paying these people who bring in lots of views, lots of listens, lots of money for Spotify in the first place. So, if you want to blame it on like, I don't know, some like corporate capitalism, that's different. But in this situation, it's, kind of hypocritical because they for sure pay, I guess, those people who, may, be pro-vac or, anything like that or have other opinions and definitions. So it's the kind of like a non-starter type problem because at the end of the day, they're just, paying. They just have contracts with people who bring in listens, views, money, and they're not going to change that. So I honestly, I protest what you want to protest, but I don't think it's going to make a difference in this case.
Absolutely,
it's not going to do a damn thing.
Might dent the pocket a little bit. Maybe like to them, they might lose like, I don't know, in the grand scheme of things, maybe they'll lose like $100. Of what would be like to us like the equivalent to Spotify. Maybe they'll lose like that much, but
no, I mean the thing is like all these clips that keep circulating, they're bringing more people to say, oh, let me see what the fuck Joe Rogan's talking about.
Exactly.
And then they all go and listen and he gets more money off of it. So they're gonna keep promoting. I don't know. Anytime like y'all send me like, cause Jez will send me a lot of people's podcasts and then Taco sent me one today. Like there ain't no fucking reason that we ain't gonna make it because these niggas, they be on the corniest shit ever.
One dude. Oh my god, I saw a TikTok of this dude basically. I was like,
I be jacking. Like, nigga, what?
That was whack.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
My face literally was like dead silent, just fucking dead silent. I didn't even flint, like I didn't even react at all. My face was super still. It was like a screenshot, bro. Like you can't even like. It's like these people. I mean. If you want to do a podcast, go ahead and do a podcast. But honestly, if you're gonna do like an actual podcast, put in the work for it or whatever, or try to buy some nice equipment, try to promote it and everything like that, bro. At least have some charisma, man. Because a lot of these people are just like, yeah, when I watch Korn, I get hard. Hey, shut the fuck
yeah, bro. Like, who? The thing is, like, at least make it funny. Like, shut up. What are you talking about? It's like, I don't know. It reminded me of like those quirky girls that used to be back on Instagram, like making the faces and shit. Like these niggas just, I don't know. Like that, all the videos that y'all have ever sent me of a podcast have just like been corny as shit. I think that's what y'all been trying to like show me, but I don't know. Yeah. But like these shits do not be funny at all.
I don't know what they be doing, to be honest. It's like you said, it's like that's why this whole content creation thing, anyone can really make it if you just put in like consistency, because like people are making it for way less. Like, there's no way like Fresh and Fit, and they're black too. So I'm even surprised they're even getting like this much like traction
because they got academics behind them.
Yeah, that's probably true. He's another corny. Let me chill.
You don't like Ak?
Bro, Ak is like, he's a detriment to the rap community.
I respect his work ethic.
I respect it, but the thing is, he's still corny as fuck to me. He's always been corny, but I used to fuck with Ak a lot, like in like high school, in like 11th grade, 12th grade. I used to fuck with Ak, like, you know, sometimes I think go to his streams, you know, like it'd be like funny or whatever. But then like it got to a certain point where it's just like, man, like I grew up, I guess, and just like, this is kind of corny. But you know, he does put in, you know, he does grind. You know, I do respect the grind, but that's about it, honestly.
Yeah. You can always grind, but like even those people on freaking the one that who did the Ye podcast, what was it, with Drink Champs or whatever?
Drink Champs, yeah.
I won't call them corny, but like the fact they just get people on there and get them drunk and then just make them just say outlandish,
hypnotizing. Like that whole shit is just hypnotizing niggas.
Yeah, convenient.
Even when Big Sean went on there, Big Sean was like, "Do y'all like balance this shit out? Do y'all like eat good and like healthy and shit? Like, y'all just be drinking every day over here and be acting like that?"
No, but Big Sean, like, because they answered one of his Big Sean's questions. He was like, "Bro, are y'all even listening to me?" He's like, he gave them their answer, but they said some other shit. And he was like, "Bro, are y'all even fucking listening to what I'm saying?" And then they were like, "Hey," and they're like, "What the? What are you doing?"
Oh, no, that shit corny. We're for sure making it. No way, bro.
All they do. I mean, I'm not gonna put any disrespect on Nori because he's actually a legend. But like that podcast is some crazy shit.
No, that shit's whack. I don't give a fuck. That nigga just be getting niggas drunk and then making them say whatever. That's what this man Ye was on there talking about. Something. Oh, Big Sean's my worst. Nigga, he makes you the most money and you owe him money. What is that? What? No, whatever, bro.
Wait, so why are people slandering the fact that Kanye bought a house next to Kim?
Because I mean, at first it was kind of creepy, I guess, because like he's being so obsessive, but like he's just trying to just be next to his kids, and like he's a
father.
And I think he said that like what did he do to the house? He's renovating it to make it to where like it's a family home or something. But like
exactly,
it's the same thing with Joe Rogan. I feel like it's like people do not need to be focusing on these celebrities as much as they need to. Like, who cares what Kanye is doing? What he's buying a house for? They be on Twitter putting like the most longest freaking twit pieces about people who don't even know who
Kanye West, man.
Like, what is going on? That's what I think that always like just never made sense to me. Like, people are like, oh, can't believe Joe Rogan is saying this on his podcast. Just don't watch it. Boom, there's your answer. If y'all stop watching his podcast and start bringing him these numbers, then he won't have a platform. But y'all still go and hate rate him. And even with Sienna Maes, they're in this car. All of her comments were on. But I think on her YouTube, they're in her comments like, oh, like you're such a this and you're such a that. Like, you're still giving her interaction. You're still pushing her video out to the masses. For Jay is on who said the N-word. That Zoe girl who did that thing to the minor. Like, I think on her most recent video, her name was like Zoe Laverne. And she did some crazy shit with a minor back in the day. But now she's getting
101. Fuck.
No, sir. Like, isn't she like?
She a scumbag too?
No, sir. No, she a baddie.
All I'm saying is that people need to stop focusing on the celebrities and treat them like they're idols and stuff like that. This shit's creepy, bro. Like, that's why Corey didn't.
People put way too much of their energy into all types of negativity. Like, we know we can come on here and talk about it on the podcast, but then outside of that, like, I've never seen Jazz or Taco in niggas' comment section like, what the you need to stop making videos right now. Like, we know there's an extent to like what we can talking about, like how much energy we put into that shit. Like, I will never go into somebody's comment section to like actively try to cancel them because I don't give a fuck enough. And I'm pretty sure y'all feel the exact same way, but it's just like the normal person, they like obsess their entire life over just ruining or bringing negativity to people. I have no idea how they do that shit.
Just so creepy. Like, they do it for everyone. Like, it's like, why? It's just like for anyone, like any celebrity, like why? Like, for example, like, that's why I was so surprised. Why is what Joe Rogan is saying the front line of CNN? Because we're about to go to World War III, and they're talking about Joe Rogan's
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, bro, it's over.
Didn't we do the same shit last year around the same time? Last January?
Yes, bro.
We live in a simulation.
What the fuck? What do you mean World War III? What the hell's happening now?
Bro, history repeats itself. So what's happening now, for the people that don't know, is basically there might be some going on between Russia and the United States. Now, why do I say that? Because a whole big thing that I kind of like a saying or whatever the fuck it is, like that I've adapted or that I've come to agree with, right? It's something I learned in late high school. One of my friends came up with it. Basically, he said, history repeats itself. No matter what it is, no matter, it could be a similar situation, whatever, history repeats itself. Now, I'm not saying that it will in this case. I'm just saying stuff like this shouldn't be a surprise. Now, what is currently happening, the situation with Russia, is Russia wants to invade Ukraine, the country Ukraine, and for whatever reason to expand, to make that part of Russia or whatever. Uh, I don't know 100%, but they want to go ahead and do that. Now, obviously, the Ukraine, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the United Nations or something like that. I really have to look this shit up, but so that's the case, and obviously Ukraine is allied with the United States. Ukraine is allied with a lot of other countries, and the United States is obviously sees that, hears that Putin wants to, of course, or has heard that, like, Russia in general, or Putin wants to go ahead and expand into Ukraine, basically, like a hostile takeover, just, take over the country, just make that part of Russia, expand, and obviously, the United States is not with that. Biden recently was saying, I believe up to a few weeks back when this whole situation was blowing up, he was basically saying, okay, look, here's the deal, Jack. So if that happens, we'll take swift action. That's basically what he's saying, what he's been saying for the past few weeks. Now, obviously, it's just hearsay. It's just, him talking. It's just obviously saying, oh, if they make a move, we'll make a move back, blah, blah, blah. Now, what has happened this past week is apparently, according to multiple sources, in the whole DC and journalistic realm, Biden is allegedly planning to move troops into Eastern Europe. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that's where Ukraine is, that specific area, and going into, like, basically the borderline with Russia. So he's planning on moving troops into Eastern Europe, to be, on go basically for Ukraine and everything like that in case they invade. Now, what does this mean? What this means is history. If that happens, history may repeat itself. Now, what has happened in the past? Now, you may have heard about something called World War II. Now, how that happened? Obviously, different circumstances in a sense, but in general, it was about Germany invading the country Poland. Now, Germany invaded Poland, and that started World War II. And obviously, we know how that ended. And if Russia invades Ukraine, then obviously United States is not going to back down. United States is going to be at the forefront like they always are, going into places they probably shouldn't be. But they're going to be, like, on full, like, attack mode, on full, like, defense mode, I guess. Can't say attack like that. But, Biden's basically saying, get your shit ready because we're going to be ready as soon as it crosses over.
No.
So, look. If that happens, obviously the military is ready to go. Apparently, they're asking. They have this whole system in place. If they bring the draft back, basically all retired, like, army people, people who are, like, in the military and stuff like that, they'll be asked first to come back, and people who, like, are volunteers or whatever, they'll be asked first, and then comes the actual draft. So apparently, there's a whole thing where if you're over, I believe it's the age of 25. Or I believe the age of 29, like, there's, like, a little gap. You basically won't be asked to go for the draft. You won't be, have a chance to be selected for the draft. But
Wow.
it was a TikTok that was saying this, bro. If you're 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, your ass is being picked for the draft. No question in that order.
Yeah,
so
y'all fine.
You are.
I want to be a citizen.
Yeah,
I want
fine.
to.
Me and Jez going to the Galapagos. I'm not staying here. You got me fucked up.
No. But listen. Hear me out.
I'm not listening to shit.
Fuck
I
no.
absolutely would never do that shit. Just for my own reasons. I'll never, Okay, but let's just say it's World War III draft time.
Mm-hmm.
If they, like, on some NFL draft night, on some bullshit like that, bro, if they come up to you, recruiters or whatever, or people from the government, and they're like, hey,
His ass. I'm sneaking
If
his
you
Yes, sir.
if you go, if you accept this draft, and if you go and you come back a year later, we'll give you $10 million.
I don't give a damn.
What are you doing?
Bro, as soon as you said they're gonna get the people who like the veterans and stuff, or people who've already fought or on standby to qualify, I knew you were bullshitting because they don't even treat them niggas correctly.
No,
Look
the
at
niggas are homeless.
they have no arms and legs and be living on the street, and they be like, "Oh, I fought in the Vietnam War." You're supposed to be the pinnacle of America. They love veterans. They have veteran discounts.
Yeah.
They have for them. How are you living on the and they be white males too? I'm not trying to bring race into this. But like, how are you a white male veteran and you're living on the? They're treating you like this, bro. They're gonna be putting me on the front lines, getting me killed. No sir. No,
Because America genuinely don't give a fuck about anybody that's fighting for them. And why the fuck am I going over to fight for them when they don't even fight for me over here? If I'm living some fucking Muhammad Ali shit, I'll go to jail over this shit. I don't give a damn. The thing is, like, even with $10 million, I'm gonna get my fucking legs blown off. What the hell am I gonna do after that?
You're promising people Camaros and shit. And they're not even getting cars. How you promise me? Are we in art? Well, not we, but aren't they in debt for like $7 trillion? Where are they getting that money from? Hell no. They can't even give us stimulus
getting
check.
more in debt.
Nah, the funniest thing is every
Niggas don't give
single
a
year the budget for the U.S. military goes even higher and higher and higher and higher than the budget before. But the thing is, our military budget is 10 times over the military budgets of like the next like 5-6 countries combined.
Well, let me know.
Like,
Bro.
Think about that.
My sister she's an RN in the what's it, I think the Navy or the Army. She's an RN.
So you're for sure getting drafted.
Nah, but like but I think the medical personnel is like they have like a special thing. But she said that the what's it called? Like so she sees like firsthand how they treat the money over there. So for example, she said like every single year they'll have them like switch like different like systems or like different materials that'd be like complete waste of money, but they do that to fill out contracts. Even so, she's like, I'm seeing how my tax money is being wasted every single year. But then they'll turn around and have like the vid. They're not doing nothing for the vid. They'll have all these homeless people living on the streets, not doing anything for these homeless people. They'll have all these veterans on the streets. They be throwing away food like all this like fucked up shit's going on in America. But like Taco said, they spend all of their money on the Army and the Navy or whatever the fuck. But they do nothing with the money. They just be wasting that shit every year with this pointless shit. Like, where's that money going to? We're so fucked.
Well, so what's gonna happen when you get drafted, Jez?
I'm for sure. I'm not even, bro. I have family in Nigeria. I'm out this. I'm going to the motherland. I'm chilling.
Yeah, me too. I'll join you because there ain't no fucking way.
I am fucked.
Yeah, I'm sneaking into your damn bag. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no damn way I'm getting drafted because I'm not going over there. Fuck no.
I'm going to jail. I really will go to jail though. It's the same shit.
Hell yeah. I'm
not doing none of that shit. No shit.
I've ever seen those like memes where like where people will, especially people from like well this is another thing too, the mad predatory recruiting tactics that they do, like to go to high schools and shit. They try to recruit.
That's another
the most predatory ass shit that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But that aside, because that's definitely a whole conversation for another pod. But there's like this meme basically where this like a high school kid, for example, will like get a text from like the military recruiter, like, hey Johnny, if you we're here at the U.S. whatever Army, Navy, whatever. We're looking for fresh recruits out of high school, to be a patriot with your country, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, what do you say, and then the guy will respond with a meme, and it'll be like, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Well, I'm gonna be real with you, United States military. I'm not dying over an oil company or some bullshit like that. And that just situations like these remind me of that, because it's like, bro. Like, if people were dodging the draft back then, making some fake bullshit up, or like people would break their legs on purpose, would paralyze themselves on purpose just not to go to war. You didn't think people would do that type of shit right now? What the? Anyways.
No, he's right. Oh, let me chill. I don't mean to say that.
And the worst thing is too, is when these defense spending bills come to Congress. It's almost always passive, like bipartisanship, like almost 100% of the way. Like all Republicans, all Democrats will agree to it just because, we got to keep it going, because if you don't approve the budget for the year, then the government goes on lockdown, then the people are going to blame you for having the government shut down, stuff like that. So Congress I believe it was in December, Congress last week, which is in December 2021, approved what is, by some measures, the biggest defense spending bill in history to the tune of $768 billion. It's bigger than those passed during the Vietnam and Korean Wars, bigger than Ronald Reagan's military buildup. The only time this bill has been larger, adjusted for inflation, was in 2011, at a moment when the U.S. had a peak in troops in Afghanistan and Iraq. Now think about that. Think of all those billions of dollars. And if anything, it's probably more than that. It's probably in the trillions. Or you really have to think about that. And it's just like, think about all the other things that they could be using that kind of money on like you said, like what Jez was saying, on housing, or giving, giving the homeless veterans obviously a place to live, or just veterans in general to take care of, because that's the one thing. And it mostly comes from, well, it comes from both sides, Democrats and Republicans, but a lot of it comes from the Republicans, where it comes when it comes to like, oh, the Democrats hate our veterans. They're trying to take away the protections, or oh, we have to protect our veterans. That's the one thing they'll always say, no matter what point in time it is. But, and especially obviously, Trump just got defeated by Biden last year, or 2 years ago. So that was his big thing, like, oh, we have to protect the veterans. Trump literally signed a bill, after it got passed, that literally like defunded like part of like a veteran like benefits program or whatever. He's literally talking to these people in his arenas to their faces, like, oh, we love our troops and everything like that. But then goes ahead and signs bills that take away the funding for these resources and programs that help veterans and homeless veterans and things like that. And like I said, it's not just the Republican side, it's the Democrat side as well. It's just so hypocritical to the point where when you really need your government to work for you, because they do work for you, it's honestly the other way around. They'll always ask the most from you, depending on obviously what time it is, or what time in history it is, or whatever the case may be. And that's honest. That's not how government is supposed to work. Government is supposed to work for you to benefit the people, not the other way around.
No, I mean, the thing is, we can sit here and talk about bad corporations and shit like that all day, but we gotta realize that America's the biggest bad corporation. I mean, corporations don't give a fuck about anybody, but America is the biggest example of, niggas not giving a fuck about anybody that they house, anybody that they send to fight for them. They don't give a fuck about us.
So I just don't get that shit. So, I think I said that before on the previous podcast about how, of course, we all know if you have a brain that the white male sits on top of the hierarchy, not even just America, but the world. But the fact that a white male veteran can come back home after fighting his ass off in Vietnam or whatever those wars they fought in, and just be living on the streets begging for money, that's insane. That doesn't make any, that doesn't make any sense. What makes you think that the people that you've been fucking over for not it's longer than this, but let's say the people you've been fucking over for the last 2 to 3 years, because during the pandemic we got no stimulus checks. You've been fucking us over for then. We got out of the pandemic. There's no COVID. There's no vid relief. There's no fucking like I said, still no stimulus checks. People are quitting their jobs because they're finally realizing that these big ass corporations don't care a fuck about us, whether it be Amazon or McDonald's or whatever the fuck. So they're quitting their jobs. I think we're in the biggest unemployment rate thing in a while, which is another bad thing. And I already know they're gonna take all this shit that's going on and then pin it on Biden and then get Trump in this bitch in 2024. They're gonna just do the smoothest recovery thing I've ever seen. They're gonna see when Biden was president, he didn't give you no stimulus checks. He didn't give y'all any COVID, any relief. He didn't do all this shit for y'all. Y'all should go vote for Trump. And everyone's yeah, we should vote for him. I'm for sure out of that bitch. I'm gonna be out of it before then, anyways. I'm not doing this shit.
We gotta realize that white veterans aren't the same thing. Looked at in America's eyes, this is a regular white man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably white man, then white woman, and then everybody else under that. But I mean, basically an army is just having your own personal slave to do whatever the fuck you want for you. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they put anybody that signs up for that shit automatically lower on the totem pole, no matter how well they're looked at in life. They're just as bad as forcing them to do whatever the fuck they want, just like they were making us back then.
That's crazy to me. That's so crazy. I'd rather go to jail. I'm not doing that shit at all.
They ain't having me do some bullshit over. That's for fucking sure. The thing is, half the people that we go to war with is just regular niggas that their country made. So we're just killing, it's just a whole bunch of innocent niggas killing each other. Like, why are we killing like anybody else in other countries? Like, they're the ones specifically that we're mad at. Like, if the governments are mad at the governments, then why are the people fighting for them?
Yeah, that's the truth.
It makes no sense at the end of the day. I mean, like, I really was going my fucking Muhammad Ali shit because I'm not. I mean, the thing is, I don't think I can anyway unless they like switch the rules up. But like, since I'm the last male of my last name, they can't send me. I'm sure they'll switch up. Be like, nah, everybody goes. Everybody goes. So if they do that shit, then yeah, I'm not going.
There's a lot of like loopholes, I guess, that you can get. I don't know. I know a lot of people probably sit there and be like, oh, well, I have like how Taco said, then like I don't think they will start. Well, maybe they will start cutting off their limbs, but like they'll probably be like, oh, I have a heart condition, or I can't, my brain, like just start saying whatever. I don't know. I can't. That doesn't make any sense.
I was thinking, yeah, that's when I sent you guys that, like, I think it was a tweet or whatever, of like Biden planning on, and it says in the next quarter, so probably in the next few months, moving those troops to Eastern Europe. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. The first time Jez, Paulo, myself are meeting up is in boot camp, man. We're gonna be, over there.
Who is we?
You might be
you and Taco might be meeting up, but nah, Apollo's gonna stay right here in Georgia. I'm not going, Jez. You have fun though.
I'm not going anywhere.
What you mean?
Bro, we could be bunkies, bro. We could be bunkies, man.
And then die the very next day. Fuck no.
We're gonna die at boot camp. We're gonna see we're black and be like, oh wow, so y'all, everyone spread into different groups. White people over here, black people like, no sir, no sir.
Yeah,
bro, I lose my breath after running like half a block. I can't do that shit.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
I mean, if you say no, they send your ass to Rikers. So you got a tough choice ahead of you.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to shake hands with y'all niggas and then immediately step out and get landmined. You got me fucked up.
It's funny because I can already see Apollo like this. Apollo would just be like the funniest nigga there. He'd be like, bro, why the fuck are we here?
I'd be complaining the whole fucking. They be mad at my ass. They sent me back.
This is so we're gonna be in a fucking boot camp like. I'm sorry, Apollo's gonna just be just like Apollo's deadpan delivery. Like he just like say something and like he'd be straight faced, and we're all like we might be laughing. He's like, nah, I'm being dead serious. Like, I can't wait.
But are y'all really gonna say no or some real shit? If you get a letter saying, "Hey, bro, go to boot camp tomorrow, or else you're going to jail for the rest of your fucking life," are you gonna go?
I can't go.
See y'all in jail, bro. See y'all in jail.
Y'all really say no?
I'm at the chance for New York. I got to talk at least once before I pass. I got to. I can't, bro.
Wait, so you'd say yes?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be in the jail system in New York. And the thing is, it doesn't make. The thing is, because they're already closing off jails right now. Because like in LA they have like the whole crime spree that's going on over there, so they can't even keep people in jail anymore. It's so bad. I think like there's it's so bad that people are like robbing and like killing people over there, and they put them in jail for like a night, and then they just release them because they can't keep them there. So it's like you have that with like the vid, and the vid's like infecting all these jail cells and stuff. So they're having to release people, so like the vid doesn't like just cultivate in these prisons. If you add that on top of it, there's gonna be no space. Like, what they're gonna have to start making like this makeshift jails for us. Like, nah, bro. I take my chances. I take my chances.
That's just the public prisons, like the state-run prisons or whatever. You got to think about the private prisons that, like, literally don't have to only have to abide by certain regulations, but they're not like state funded, so they'll just do whatever the fuck they want. Kept at 1,000% capacity. And just not give anybody any humane treatment. You got to think about that.
That's why that's why we're gonna have the super vid by that time too. Like we have so much shit going on right now.
The super vid.
What is the super vid?
That's what's cultivating inside those prisons. That's why they be begging to be released. They be like, "Please release us, like on parole or something." Lying.
Nah, put me inside the same jail that you be putting in like the Oprahs and the Trumps and them niggas. Absolutely. They go to resorts.
Absolutely not going. That's where Epstein is in them. Like that's where they chilling at.
He's not dead.
No sir, bro. You telling me they? Let me not. No way.
Them niggas said, "Nah, the cameras died." Like nigga, what?
I believe that. The security guard fell asleep.
Yeah, right.
So much shit going on.
And he didn't get fired. That nigga just still has his job. feeling the
so
only
you
thing he's
fell
supposed to do.
They just
and
found
woke up with a new house.
They found like a dinosaur or like a dinosaur egg in the fucking Antarctic.
Wait,
They're trying
what?
to, so it melted. They found an egg or an embryo, and like the thing is still in there. They're trying to recreate it to make more.
Why are they trying to like speed run to see who can end the world first? What the fuck is going on? Like Jess sent me this TikTok of this nigga talking to a robot. He was like, "Do you feel it?" He was like, "Yes." Like, nigga, what?
Oh, bro, I sent all three of you on pen. This man said he was like, so the robot was like, "How are you doing today?" And he's like, "I'm doing pretty good." He's like, "How are you feeling today?" He's like, "I'm doing pretty good." And he was like, "Robot, like, how are you feeling today?" And he was like, "I'm feeling pretty well." Like, what the no, bro. He was like, "I'm feeling really good today. Like, I want to eat break." Like, what the fuck?
Bro, what the fuck's gonna happen when he feels bad? When he feels angry?
I'm feeling terrible.
It's like evolving because the last time I saw him, he only had like a head. Now he has a body and moving arms.
Yeah, like the guy never works on him. He like gets parts like while he like the more human he becomes. I don't know what the fuck that nigga's doing.
That nigga's Marcus, man. He was like really talking to him.
Yeah, like he looked like the like destroyed version of him. He might try to like come alive more. That's just crazy.
It's not we. I'm moving off the planet. I actually contacted my alien ancestor. He said he's coming to pick me up next week. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm about to call mine tonight. I'm out of here.
I said I have to make sure I put in a bad note for you. You're not coming anywhere near that spaceship.
No, I'll just go drown myself then. You got me fucked up. I am not staying on this shit. I will do anything.
Taco, bro. You know, I could make you my +1. I guess.
You know.
Apollo, bro, you should take Pan so we can make ample content in space. Yes, sir.
They are not letting that white ass nigga on that planet. He is a German. They're saying fuck no.
No way.
Didn't you do that thing back in? Yeah, you're for sure.
Yeah, exactly. No hell,
they're gonna send your ass back too. They're gonna send your ass back too for bringing him.
I'm not bringing him. Hell no. They're gonna hear you say this over the radio waves. Be like, "What the fuck, Jazz?" And then they're only taking me. They're gonna have me vouching for them.
No way, man. So you're just gonna leave Pan and Sarah and all of them here?
Yes, sir. They no.
I feel you. Taco, I got you. Taco.
I mean, they've wanted this planet the whole time. They can have that shit now. I'm out of here.
Can't wait to leave. My bag's already packed. I'm ready, man.
Bro, we're gonna be the first content creators on fucking Mars, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
bleep burp. I can't wait, man. Yes,
that
sir.
shit could be fucking fire, bro.
I'm about to get active. No Joe Rogan. No, and it's all black people. Yes, sir.
So what if like as soon as we get to Mars, like we land there, like, all right, bet, let's start our settlements or whatever, and then like Stalin and Putin and all them niggas start coming behind rocks and shit. Start coming behind rocks. Wait, what the fuck? That's what they've been sending y'all evil ass niggas.
Paul, have you watched the Don't Look Up movie yet on Netflix?
No, not yet.
Bro, please watch that. Like, watch like the first 5 minutes, and then do like your video on like Cinemite, and like then finish the movie and then give your review. I gotta see your review. That shit's like the most accurate thing ever.
The first 5 minutes.
Like just watch the like I don't know what you usually do, but like watch it and like put your video up and like finish it. And then, do your review.
All right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I started watching it and I fell asleep after like 75 seconds.
God damn.
You watched it like midnight. You watched it at midnight.
I watched that shit at 2 a.m. So
it don't count. But that shit's wavy. Like everyone has watched it. Like even Pan, that shit's crazy. It's so crazy how like realistic it is and sad.
Now the real question is, all right. So let's just say we get. Earth is uninhabitable. We can't be in here anymore. Fuck it. We just got to go to space. Obviously, there's people that they're not going to have resources to go to space. But hypothetically, let's just say the three of us get the opportunity to go to space. So, what planet do you think got the baddest aliens?
Neptune. Yeah. Actually, no, Uranus.
Saturn.
Uranus.
Saturn. I was gonna say Saturn too, because Saturn got the little rings, the little mystic rings that could add a little,
No, Uranus got nothing but big booty hoes. I can't fucking wait.
It's too cold over there. Your dick gonna freeze.
I'll take a blue chew.
Okay, I feel you.
Because I just found out what a blue chew was fucking today. Like I saw that shit on TikTok.
Nah, blue chew, royal honey, that should be getting me right.
What is going on, man?
That shit when I'm by myself.
Like Viagra?
Yes, sir.
Paul's be saying anything.
I'd
To
be
be
going.
fun.
You don't know about Royal Honey? What you mean? Nah,
way.
look up Royal Honey on Amazon, bro. That shit. They said that shit like 5 Viagra's.
What the fuck?
Yes, bro.
Bro.
What you mean,
Nah,
nah?
backtrack. You say you're taking it by yourself? What are you doing with
I be
Viagra.
cinder blocked up. I be going crazy.
Bro, if you don't send me a free sample in the mail now,
What's harder than Steelers? What's harder than Steelers? I mean, this nigga on pseudo wudo. Fuck.
That wooden nigga.
Yes. I mean, it's a rock type. He's a rock type too. That's there.
Yeah, bro. Like, just try it, bro. Just look it up. Just look it up, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't.
My shit grew like 5 inches.
Bro, aren't you?
what's the brand? What's the brand?
It's
Taco.
Royal Honey, bro. Royal Honey. It's like a yellow packet, like a Magnum.
Taco, but the thing is, like, the side effects is like, it's some crazy side effects, bro. You might turn white or something.
No, the side effects. You just have a migraine for like 3 weeks.
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Are you being serious?
Yes, sir.
This nigga said migraine for 3 weeks.
This?
That's why I said I was disconnected this week because I took that shit last weekend. I don't know what the fuck happened this week.
Otis Premium Honey Golden Royal Wonderful Honey for Men, 15 grams sachets. What the fuck
Yes,
is this?
sir. When they start measuring it in sachets, you know it's game over.
This nigga.
I'm looking at the Amazon reviews. Apollo the Almighty.
Yes,
I
sir.
had this deal the first time this week. My dick grew 17 inches. What the?
Yes, sir.
No, he already was 217 already. No way.
Yeah.
The
Nah, but some real. I've been saying I haven't taken it, but they say on TikTok that your shit be going crazy when you take it.
no,
Wait,
I have,
I might try one of those gas station ones. You know.
They said that
I don't
shit
tr-
kills your body. Don't do that shit.
if you ever want to have kids, don't ever take that shit.
Wait, what does it do? What does it
Kills
do?
your
Like
fucking
it
sperm
like
count, man.
eats your dick from the inside out.
Hey, yo.
Now, I'm just gonna take a Viagra, Blue Chew, and some Royal Honey and see what happens.
You might be going crazy on your range.
Hit him in the
Now,
face.
I'm gonna start streaming, play like Doki Doki or some shit.
What the-
Bro, please play on stream. Bro, please. That shit is so fire.
Bro,
While
we're gonna
on
see
it.
you in the face cam.
How come they took the pause video down so fast? It wasn't even like, it started blowing up and they were like, no, sir.
That
And then
shit,
Speed,
it was like the faster that shit blows up, the faster they take that shit down.
he'd be on like 5 million likes, but like he'd be saying the most craziest like R word stuff.
No, like I literally had to like slow down on TikTok because like they were they were taking all my shit down. They're like, bro, you got one more fucking chance. So like I'm just posting like this crazy, this normal shit now.
Start appealing them. I'd be appealing them, they'd be removing them. Start appealing them. But like, bro, this man would say like the smidget. I would edit it to where he might say like the first syllable of the N word, and it will ban it immediately. I don't get it.
Yeah, it literally makes no fucking sense. Cause I'm saying I'm literally seeing more and more people fucking on there every single damn day, and they're saying the hard R. Like they don't give a fuck about nobody else.
They had a whole thing where it was like a trend where they were singing it. They're like, "I am a," and they would say the word. I was gonna stitch it too and make my own version. I was like, no, sir, I'm gonna get banned if I say.
Make your own version. Yeah, you'd have been insta banned.
I would have been out of there. Oh my god!
I just wish I could. Like, I'm gonna watch a YouTube video on like what the fuck I have to do in order to not get my shit taken down. Because there has to be some sort of secret, like a hashtag that you use or some shit.
I feel like my accounts, like maybe I pick like I know that there's like different accounts. Like there's like a business account, there's creator accounts. Maybe like I'm on the wrong account, so like if I say something like no, that's not family friendly. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. No way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You probably have to switch our business account then. I'm gonna see because like these niggas, they be going crazier and crazier every day, and I just be saying nigga and get my shit temporarily banned off the fucking site.
Instantly, they'll mute the sound or like just take or say community guidelines violation. What the fuck?
Bro,
I just saw you posted something like today or yesterday, bro. I went on your page because I was trying to find like a stitch that I want to rewatch. I think from yesterday. And bro, they fucking muted your shit. Like I think it's like the second video on your TikTok page. Just they muted the fuck out of that.
The
No,
I think it was from today or yesterday.
I took it down because I was waiting for them to appeal it, but I just took it. I was like, whatever. But then like I woke up and then like they're like, oh yeah, we fixed it, we appealed it, so it's back up now. I was like, bro, I already took it down. It don't matter. And it was way funny because that one was like way more natural. And I said the N word in it. It was way more natural, way more funny. But like I had to it's not the same, bro. I hate these. Oh my god, it's not the same.
That's what I'm saying. Like most of my comedy is like just like the comedic timing of the N word in some situations, and when I have to fucking mute that shit, it's not as funny. So I'd be pissed.
Like saying person or homie or like that shit just not funny.
Like I have to like. I can't post some of the fucking Pokemon clips because niggas in it, but that'd be one of the funniest clips when that happens. I'm saying dude in the other ones.
Some are so funny. Some are so.
That's why I started saying man. Like at least man sounds funny, but like nigga just hits different.
Like dude, no way.
That shit's so funny. Like that one where like even the Baneri one, I had to cut some of it off. I was like, no sir, I can't put that. And like even that, bro. So it was an Apollo clip. And I think it was It was one. It was like he was like, I bet RC's got a big dick. It was that one. So the full clip was him saying nigga before. He was like nigga, what the when he got the phone, and they're like, no sir, they banned it expeditiously fast. So I edited the clip. I only put the last part where he was like, oh, he must got a big dick, and they banned that too immediately because you said dick. I don't get it.
What can't you say on there?
There's literally people having sexual intercourse.
That's what I'm saying.
On the motherfucking lives on TikTok, not .com, but on the fucking.
That girl just makes a new account every night and just goes live and be just going.
And there's clapping now too. Like they're not even just shaking. Like you literally hear the fucking back. Like what the fuck?
Oh, the spider going to count. You know.
Nah, that's what I'm talking crazy. About.
That should be going.
She gonna show her fucking pussy one day and still not get banned.
No, she gets banned, but she keeps making new accounts and it just puts it to care.
Yeah, maybe that's just what they do. They just don't give a fuck.
I give a fuck. I can't lose. I'm so scared. One, I'm just gonna go on there and I'll just lose my whole account, or even the other Apollo account. That one's growing really well. That last video, like yesterday, of him being like, "Oh, she must be 27" or whatever the fuck. That video's going. That video did really well. I don't get it, man. Must be something I'm doing wrong.
So I'm gonna look it up because like there be white niggas on there saying nigga, and then now you can't say the C word even though that's not even a slur. Like I don't know, because I almost said that shit on stream the other day when that nigga was telling that story. I stopped myself.
Now you be telling you're way better because like a year ago you could just be saying whatever and just be like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's me saying the Spanish word. Like I don't know what that did, but I'm never getting banned again. Fuck them niggas.
Oh, shit.
That shit is some other. But I can't wait to make a podcast about that when it becomes like live for that plan. I can't wait for that plan, man.
Wait, what plan?
The Twitch plan about like them paying y'all.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. I mean, the thing is, I didn't know this already, but they like it. Apparently, like they made a blog post about it. Like it's not on Twitter yet, but like they confirmed it through like a blog or some shit through their actual website. Oh, like shit, yes, this will be coming, whatever. But yeah, probably still wait for that tweet though, so you can use a screenshot or whatever.
Say less.
I'm streaming 24/7, bro. I need this Twitch dinero.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I can't fucking wait. Like they said, the one bad side it could be is that they like base it off the amount of followers that you have, but they said still the lowest that you could be getting is like 100 instead of 500. But it's still like 100 a week.
100 a week. That's still
100
decent.
a week.
Yeah,
that's still decent.
I mean, for like
life changing, bro.
For a kid or a teenager that's growing up and like, I just want to stream for fun, and they just do it like every day. That's like 100 a week is good for them. Like a Yo Flame or a Mogo, yes sir.
Yeah, because I can make 100 stretch. So if I'm getting that 400, well, they said even for like if you just like averaging like first beginning affiliate, like the 3 to 7 level,
yeah,
it's 100. So maybe it's like if you can get like reach up to 20, maybe they'll bump it up to 200. I don't know. I got to see their full plans for this shit, but. Either way, yeah, I'm for sure quitting. I don't give a fuck.
Let's go.
Like these niggas just playing with my fucking name now at this point, so I'm out that bitch.
What did they tell you how much they're gonna pay you for that new the manager position?
Nah, not yet, but they probably ain't paying me a goddamn thing.
Man, you might as well. It might be time.
Like I was telling Z the same shit, but there was 2 other chefs like before me working at that same place. So like the dude that worked there. It was like Chef Dude's Kitchen. They always referred to it as Chef Dude's Kitchen. And there was a girl that was a chef above me. It was Chef Girl's Kitchen. They always called it her kitchen. And now that I'm the chef, it's like, oh yeah, we have a supervisor there, so it's her kitchen now. Like nigga, what? Like why isn't it my kitchen when it was the other 2 prior chefs their kitchen? It's like they never want to give a black man his credit ever.
No, sir.
So, yeah, I already told Z like, yeah, I'm out that bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, didn't we watch that Darman shit? And when that man Pablo did that,
that shit, why was like Pablo and Chelsea and like just mad shit that sounded similar, and Taco was in it.
And the day after, like, didn't the day after that shit happen to you at work? That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it might be time soon.
Ain't no fucking might be. Like either the world ends and I don't give a chance to go to that job, or I quit. And then yeah, it's at that point. Like once I find this online job, like I'm really out that bitch. Or like whatever comes first, like the online job or the Twitch thing. Either way, this is probably my last week.
You know for sure if it's
your last week.
Huh?
This is your last week?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Try to if I get another online job, yeah.
All right. What were you saying exactly?
I was just saying that you know for damn sure that if it's the end of the world, they're gonna run to Apollo like Apollo, you have to come in. People want their last meals. You have to come in now. The whole population.
It's gonna be just like that Pablo shit. He's gonna leave and like he's gonna be like,
sir, I'm gonna say, nigga, I am not Jesus. I don't give a fuck about a Last Supper.
We're just gonna be running his building, like what the network. We're gonna all be different rooms, like just brainstorm. They can come in. Oh, bro, Paula, you need to
get your ass out. I will kill that nigga.
We need you for the headshot of the ice, bro. Please.
No, sir. I'll be like, oh yeah, but I'm go down to the third floor, and that's gonna be like the AJ floor with the boxing niggas. They gonna beat the fuck out that nigga.
AJ gonna be like. So my she told me to beat your ass.
She told me to beat your ass. That's crazy.
AJ could really have like a martial arts stream. There's so much.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all just gotta keep the vision because this shit coming true. If all these dumbass niggas on TikTok can get this shit easily, we just gotta start like posting clips and shit.
I want to start doing that for Taco because his would hit on podcast. Hit like that little taco head and stuff would hit on fucking TikTok. I know it would.
What tonight with Taco?
Yes, bro. That would be a fire ass clip. Like if you only post the monologues, those were hit.
That's what I'm saying. Like created tonight with Taco TikTok, created a Further Beyond TikTok, created Here and Now TikTok. Like, and the thing is, like all first videos hit off. Actually, we giving away too many gems for y'all niggas, so we're going to end this shit right here and then continue this conversation off podcast. Yeah, y'all was gonna try to steal our gems or some shit, but all right, y'all. This has been the Here and Now podcast. This has been Taco. This has been Jess. This has been Apollo. Peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed this shit. Yeah, we peace out, y'all.
We're back on Spotify too.
Yeah, we're back on Spotify. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.